Will Smiles from Black Women TV, talking to Bianca Lawson, Rutina Wesley. Final season, Queen Sugar. It's been a good ride for both of you. How are each of you grown as actresses and as a person while being on this set for as long as you have been? Rutina?
Yeah, I mean, I've grown a lot. When I talk about like playing Nova and what it's meant to me, it's meant everything. Like Nova has taught me self-care. Nova has taught me the power of using my voice, of my platform. Nova has made me become a little bit more of an activist and interested in what's going on in the world, but not actually just interested in what's going on, but trying to do something about it. And I feel like I'm an activist with my work. Like playing Nova is activism in itself. I feel like people were able to see the world through Nova's eyes and understand things from a different lens. And there was a lot of like pressure in that, but like I loved it because my favorite thing about Nova is she is a woman of the community, and people love her. People trust her, enough to tell their story to. And so I loved being a part of that. I've never played a role that has really stretched me as a human. It stretched me as an artist. You could have never told me in a million years that I'd be on a show like Queen Sugar when I was younger. Coming out and being a dark-skinned Black actress, I didn't see a lot of me on television. So to get a part like Nova finally for me was so fulfilling because I was like, it was shot beautifully too. I was just like, oh my God, we look so beautiful. Like not only is the work good, but we look, good. And also people were starting to pay attention to us in a way that was really meaningful and impactful. And I think to this date, it is one of the greatest roles that I've ever played, for sure.
Bianca, Darla's gone through a lot in 7 years. We either hated her, we loved her. Talk to me. Like, hey, it's been a good ride for you. People are loving you now. How have you grown? Which is a weird word, but when people see this and they're like, wait a minute. Didn't I see her like in a Muslim movie, when I was in high school? It's like, no, it was like this girl knows her ages, but truth be told, like you've been on the show for 7 seasons, everybody has been, and it's never, it's not easy for a whole cast to be together. People come and go, but you guys have been around the core unit for this long period of time. So what have you learned on set that have helped you as a person, as an actress?
On set as a person, as an actress, I've been on like a lot of sets, but it's more like, I think so sometimes, you might get scenes there. I've gotten scenes where I'm like, I don't know, I've never done this. I don't know how to find my way inside of this. I don't know, like how to even do this. I've never done this before. And then somehow you figure it out. Or if you get, some people are like really quick memorizers and I'm not. And so sometimes if you get 6 pages in the middle of the night and you're first up, I'm like, I can't do this. But somehow by the time you're in front of that camera, you know it, right? So I think that it has made me more efficient, and it has strengthened different muscles. And also too, because all the different directors and stuff that come on, and Ava or what our showrunner or writers or whatever, it's like oh, we've been watching Bianca the dailies, we know like how how best to get her here, and also just being able to kind of talk it out, because sometimes it's like the vision is the vision, but but it's always like, how do you feel about this, or how do you feel about that, or is that feel good to you or right to you or authentic to you? And there was one scene this season where Chaz, our showrunner this season, was like, okay, so she had it in her mind how she wanted it done. And I was like, no, I can't do it like that. I was like, I've done that. Like, you know, like I gotta find a new way to do it. And she was like, okay. And she's like, we'll find it. And it wasn't like, let's figure out what's gonna happen. It's like, let's just play and find it and see what happens. And ironically, because of where the camera was positioned, they had to add something to the scene that was not in the scene, literally just to keep my body. You know, sometimes if you're on the phone, you have a tendency to talk this way, but they need you to be like just this way. But if you're thinking about the positioning, you're in your head, you're not in the moment. So they found this way, this behavior, this thing they wanted me to do, literally just to keep me in that direction. But I will say, having that little obstacle and them knowing, don't just tell her go in that direction, because you know she'll just be so hyper focused on it, she won't be able to be free and in the moment. We'll just say, oh, we'll give her this one little thing, and then that'll just like make her have to do that without her realizing that's what she's doing. And it opened up the scene. It became a completely different scene and a way better scene, and it's, you know, completely different notes than I thought would be played, completely different things that came out of me. I was probably like way off script, ad-libbing 1,000 things, but I was so in it. And so the fact that there's that freedom and that space, because I can sometimes suffer from perfect student syndrome. So I may not say, you know what, actually, I think this might be better. This might feel better. This might be, you know, I want to do it like, try it like this, you know, and I'll try anything. But then I'm like, okay, but just give me one to do something, you know, that's just like, you know, I'm feeling like I want to do. And so that's fantastic, because that flexibility, you know, of being, you know, being able to say, you know, this is, I don't know, I feel like this, and I want to try this. And it's like, all right, you know, okay, now try ending like this. Like we have a scene where I have no idea what we had multiple endings, Rutina and I. And so we had a scene that comes after, and I said to the director, I was like, well, I don't know what they're going to pick. You know, they could pick it, you know, I mean, it's, you know, but that's the beauty of it, where you get this room to play and room to not be so, you know, this is what the thing is, and this is what it's going to be, and that you can communicate that with the directors. So, yeah.
I feel that with Rutina, you're the character people love to play with, because with everybody else, they've got like one scene partner for as long as for Rutina, judging by who's going to come on the scene, it's like, which one of these people are going to make her happy? With Nova, you know, so like the question is, what makes Nova happy? You know, especially when you talk about like, you know, when they announced who the guest star is going to be on, it's like, oh, they dropping everybody coming back, you know. And so at the end of the day, is there a way to define Nova at the end of the road?
You're funny. You caught wind of that, all those guest stars, huh? You're on to us. Yes. You know what? I'm gonna say yes. I think Nova can find happiness, and I think she will find it. But whatever that happiness is, it's definitely gonna be on her own terms. And she's gonna do it, you know, she's gonna do it her way. And but what I love about going into the 7th season is you don't know where she's gonna go. And you don't know where she's gonna land. You know, you don't know where she's gonna land. So she can land anywhere and with anybody. And I love that about her. Like, I love that she's been kind of this woman of like, this lover of love, and just loves who she loves all these years. And honestly, for me playing her, I was like, yeah, but what if like something actually works for her and works out and she sticks with that? You know, I want to see Nova stay in the room, if that makes sense, because I think she does run away a lot. Sometimes when things get tough, she gets out of there. So this season, it'll be interesting to see her stay in the room. I'm not telling you here, though.
That's how good you are. Settle. Give you enough, but not enough. It's been a pleasure, obviously, talking to you guys, seeing you guys at different events, promoting the show. Hopefully, we'll see you on other projects. Keep it going. But for now, we've got a season 7 for everybody to enjoy and watch. And wherever you do, whatever you do next. I'm always going to be here to support.
Thank
Take
you,
care,
Wilson. Good to
folks.
talk to you.
Thank you.